Our next speaker is a man who's been one of the spearheaders of the cannabis freedom movement here in Vancouver. For a long time, he was editor of Cannabis Culture magazine along with Mark Emery, and now he's moved on to real politics. So he's trying to change our world with Sensible BC. Please give a warm round of applause to Dana Larsen.
Thank you, Marijuana Man. And you know, I'm here today because I love marijuana. Do you love marijuana? Yeah, I thought so. You know, this is the world's greatest plant. I've been smoking pot every day for about 20 years or so. And I tell you, the time that when I decided to smoke marijuana, that was one of the best decisions I made in my life. Marijuana has been so good to me. It's helped me in so many ways. Marijuana's made me smarter. Marijuana has made me more aware. Marijuana has helped me with my health. Marijuana makes me feel better. Is there any plant on earth that can do what marijuana can do? No, there is not. Only cannabis has the wide range of medicinal, spiritual, and industrial uses. And we want this plant to be growing openly and freely from coast to coast across this country and around the world. You know, it was many years after I smoked pot before I actually saw a live marijuana plant. And really, this plant should be growing everywhere, openly and freely. Every backyard, every greenhouse, every home garden, every farmer should be growing some hemp, some marijuana. This is a plant that can help save our planet, that can help heal the people that need healing. So I've been working on this a long time. For over 20 years, since I started smoking pot, I decided I was going to try to help legalize this plant. I thought that was a pretty good idea. I knew it was going to take a long time, but I feel like we're getting closer and closer to that dream coming true. And I spent many years working with the Prince of Pot, Mark Emery. He's immortalized up here. Right now he's sitting in a prison in Yazoo, Mississippi for selling marijuana seeds to Americans. But really he's there for giving $4 million to the marijuana movement and being a thorn in the side of the people who want to keep this plant illegal. And you know, when you look around today, it's easy to think that, hey, maybe marijuana is already legal. I can buy 100 different kinds of pot right now within a 50-yard radius. People are smoking and eating and enjoying marijuana in all these wonderful ways. But that's only right here in downtown Vancouver. Let me tell you, across British Columbia and across Canada, the war on marijuana and marijuana users is intensifying every day. Stephen Harper's got a plan, and that plan is to put all the people here into prison, to shut down dispensaries, to close seed banks, to shut down vapor lounges, to get rid of bong shops, and to put our culture back where they feel it belongs, back in the closet. Are we going to let them do that to us? I don't think so. You know, marijuana possession charges in Vancouver, there's a few, but for the most part, the Vancouver police are smart about this. And they don't bust anybody for possession. But across the rest of British Columbia, marijuana possession charges have more than doubled over the past 5 years. They're up 40% across Canada. They've more than doubled in British Columbia. That number continued to rise. And you know what else? They're going after bong shops now. Can you believe it? They're going after bong shops. I just got back from Prince Rupert. And in Prince Rupert, the RCMP seem to have solved every other crime in town, because now they're going after the bong shops. And they busted one bong shop, cleaned it out, took every pipe and vaporizer off the shelves. Then they went to the other two shops in town that sell small selections of bongs, and they said, this is like, yeah, man. And they told those shops, if you keep carrying those bongs, we're going to put you in jail, we're going to charge you and arrest you. So I thought that was a bad waste of time. So I made up a trophy for the RCMP to commemorate this terrible waste of time. And I flew to Prince Rupert, and I went to the RCMP station, and I gave them this lovely trophy to commemorate their 6-month investigation into the local bong shop. What a waste of time. What a destruction to the economy, putting these businesses out of business to stop bongs. And you know, Bongs make marijuana safer. Vaporizers make marijuana safer. There's a lot of medical users out there that need their cannabis, and everybody who uses cannabis should have the right to use it in the safest manner that they can. Busting bong shops, I'm ashamed to live in a country where our national police force is going after bong shops. So we're going to put an end to this. We're going to make sure that this tolerance and zone of freedom that we enjoy a few days out of the year here in Vancouver can spread across the rest of British Columbia and then across the rest of Canada. Because I think that will be sensible. And so we've started a campaign called Sensible BC. And we want some sensible marijuana laws. I want a marijuana law that says if I buy marijuana in the store, it has to be organic and properly labeled. That's the kind of marijuana laws that I want to see. And so we've written a law called the Sensible Policing Act. And this law will decriminalize marijuana possession in British Columbia as a province. We don't need Stephen Harper's permission. We don't even need Christy Clark's permission. We can do this as a province, as the people of British Columbia. We control the police in British Columbia, and we're going to rein them in and stop them from making any searches or arrests for marijuana possession anywhere in our wonderful province. So we got this law. Elections BC says this law is great. We can have a referendum on it. All we have to do is get 400,000 signatures from all around this province in a 3-month period. If we can get those 400,000 signatures in 90 days, we get to vote to decriminalize marijuana in our province. I voted in many elections, but I tell you, when I get to cast that ballot to change the marijuana laws in BC, that's going to be the sweetest ballot I ever cast. Do you want to vote to change the marijuana laws in British Columbia? I thought you might. I thought you might. Well, you know what? You got to help out. You got to get involved. We can't do it ourselves, all these people up on the stage here. We need thousands of volunteers spending a little bit of time and effort on this campaign. We're going to be starting to collect those signatures, starting that 90-day clock this September. And we need canvassers, we need volunteers, we need everybody here to, at the very least, sign up to support this referendum effort. We got a booth just over there, right next to the rest spot, the Sensible BC booth. Come over, sign up, talk to our wonderful crew, talk to me, find out how you can get involved in changing these laws. Because you know what? People thought marijuana was going to be legalized in the 1970s. People thought that in the 1970s it was going to happen any day now. But a whole generation has gone by and these laws have only gotten worse. And I don't want to pass these laws down to my kids and their grandkids. I want to end this war on marijuana now. And I want each of you here to be able to tell your kids and your grandkids when they ask you from looking in their history books about this strange period where the wonderful cannabis hemp plant was illegal. I want you to be able to tell them that you made a difference, that you got involved, that you made Sensible BC a success, and that you did everything in your power to end these marijuana laws so that your children and your grandchildren would never have to know what it is to be arrested and charged for what herbal medicine they use or for what plants they choose to grow in their garden. Let that be the legacy that we leave to our kids, to end the war on marijuana, to free this world's most wonderful plant. I hope you will join me to making this dream come true. Are we going to legalize marijuana in British Columbia? Damn straight. Let's make it happen right here. We can start right now. SensibleBC.ca. Thank you so much for being here today. It's a wonderful, beautiful day, and I love marijuana. I'm going to go enjoy some right now. Thank you very much.